Hello, the internet! It is Saturday, the 15th of February, 2025, and welcome back to the channel. You recall a few weeks ago, about 4 weeks ago now, maybe 5 weeks ago, we did a little stream skis, and the stream ski was based upon one particular channel completely rebranding, either deleting their videos or privatizing their videos and renaming the channel and then completely pivoting the content into something so different. Well, that was the Jay Boston channel, and now it's called the Creative and Code podcast. Well, we were talking about why that might not be the greatest move, and I'm just saying, if history or if statistics or anything to go by, you'd look at that channel and you'd think, yeah, it's not been the smartest move. That channel has died harder than my channel's died, and I think he's made a complete big boo-boo. But Jay's not one to be licked. Hey, by the way, we're on YouTube right now. If you want to join in on the chat, you want to come over, it's a YouTube stream. I did post the link in the Beam chat and everything. And by the way, soon we're not going to be doing this. I'm getting tired of this one streams here and the rest live over there. After my channel receives its 10-year birthday present, whatever that might be, 10 years is in August, we're going to streamline this and make it all one approach. But at the moment, this is a YouTube stream, so come on down to the chat, the tubes of you. So yeah, we dug into that content with Jayski completely changing his channel, and I don't think the viewers of his content that liked his urbexing and his electric skateboard reviews, I don't think they like that at all, because the channel has just gone, like I said, worse than my channel went after the snorkel mask reviews, you know? So I feel for Jay, but I don't think he cares. But anyway, what's happened most recently is worth investigating. It's pretty funny, and it's also extremely on brand for Jay to do this. I think he's using AI for everything on the channel. Now, let me explain where I come to, or how I came to this decision. So a little whiles ago, when that channel rebranded, he did start like a podcast, and he had people at a desk with microphones. Sometimes they weren't plugged in. He didn't know. Sometimes the audio was worse than our audio on CreatorCast. Either way, he had a people, right? He had people on the podcast. And that didn't do anything for the channel. Those views were as bad as mine, right? Like woeful. And I know, because I've watched everything this man has done, pretty much from the early days, with a keen interest, right? A keen eye, just to see what goes down in J-Town. So I followed along and I watched, and I'll be honest, some of the content was pretty cool. Some of the questions he asked and the conversations he had with these random guests, usually it was based around his digital marketing agency. Usually it was business, but there was other times. And yeah, I mean, that's what podcasts are, right? Podcasts, you're meant to sort of get drawn in and just engage in the conversation. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so you don't need to have the guest be someone that you know or the industry be something that you follow. You can just join in on it. So it was kind of cool. I watched them. I enjoyed them. And then after Christmas, he came back and he put out a podcast that didn't have people, and it was just his voice saying, from now on, we're doing it this way. We're not going to be people facing. We're going to just do it this way. And I was like, oh, okay. So maybe there was a problem there. They couldn't use the space, or maybe the co-host was getting jack of it because there was no views. Maybe the guests were jack of it because there were no views. Or more than likely, what it was Jay not sticking to something. So trying something and then going, this is too difficult, and backing out of it. That's more what I think happened, because when you dig into these podcasts, you can spot the issues. There is many instances of glitches. And when I say glitches, I mean someone's written something and it hasn't been written correctly, and then the person who's reading it reads it verbatim and reads it incorrectly. Now, of course, a human wouldn't do that. If a human's reading a script, they come to a point that maybe there's an error, there's a grammatical error. Their mind, like their brain, will actually be able to, on the fly, swap it and read it correctly. If not in the first take, definitely in a second take once you've proofed it. Proofing it. I don't think Jay proofs anything. I don't think he ever has proofed anything. I don't think he knows what proofreading is. Because when we get into this, you're going to be as baffled by some of them as I am. So I want to play you. This is the first one that came out. Now this is from 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's had 8 views, 0 comments 2 weeks ago. I mean, I do feel for you, Jay. But, I do feel for you with those view numbers. I know what that's like. But take a listen. This is the announcement of the podcast changing to no people. So just check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Creative in Code, where we blend the art of creativity with the precision of technology. I'm your host, Jay Boston, and today we're diving deep into game-changing topic that has been making headlines across the globe, DeepSeek, the AI platform that has set off alarm bells in the tech industry. But before we get into this episode, you'll likely notice that there's no video format. And the reason for that is we've realized that we want to provide more deep insight into the topics and the subjects that we talk about. There will be guests, but we want this to be a little bit more insightful and a little bit more on topic than it has been in the past.
Now look, just saying right there, if you listen to that like I did, there are things wrong with the way that's being pronounced, right? Like the idea of not having guests or not having people, it's fine. You can do podcasts with just audio, right? That's how the format began. So a video formatted podcast it's kind of how they do them now because YouTube's a visual format, or a visual medium, but they definitely exist in audio only. But that's not what he's doing. And this is speculation. This is just my guess on it. He's using AI to not only write that script, but then I feel like he's trained an AI voice model on his own voice to then read the transcript back. Now, that's a stretch, but it's possible. With AI, you can definitely train these models to do things such as, here is the vocabulary here's my attenuation, here's how I speak, here's my vocal delivery methods, here's where I pause, here's how I pronounce letters. And if you give it enough information, it learns. And I'm going down this avenue. I feel like he's done that, but it's worse than that because I feel like for this to make it to the internet, for him to not have intervened at any point, leads me to believe that not only has he done that, but he's also using AI to upload it to the channel, create the title, create the description, and publish it, all without intervention from Jay. It would make sense because, he's the kind of guy that just the easiest option, the most presentable option, the easiest option, he'll always take that avenue, right? We've seen it countless times in his past videos, right? Just half attempt is good enough. In this case, once you've clicked that button and you've trained that AI successfully, you don't need to do anything. You can just feed it this. You could just type in AI and ask it to generate me a 9-minute and 7-second discussion about DeepSeek and mention Digital ID Agency. And I'm the presenter, Jay Boston, and once you've done that, it just reads it off to you. And then problem is, it's not fail-safe. There are issues. Let's go back and let's take a look from other ones, because you could have heard in there that there is definitely problems. You know what? Now let's hear it one more time. Let's go back. Let's hear this one more time. Let's go back to a little when it started. Just hear the voice just doesn't quite match.
And the reason for that is
hang on, we'll go back a bit.
Into game-changing topic.
Into game-changing topic.
I'm your host, Jay Boston, and today we're diving deep into game-changing topics.
See, you wouldn't pause there. You wouldn't say we're diving deep into game-changing. You'd say we're diving deep into game-changing topics such as DeepSeek.
I'm your host, Jay Boston, and today we're diving deep into game-changing topic that has been making headlines across the globe, DeepSeek, the AI platform that has set off alarm bells in the tech industry. But before we get into this episode, you'll likely notice that there's no video format.
No video format. So there's a glitch, right? There is a glitch in the text, the transcript that AI has written. And of course, the AI model that's delivering the vocal delivery reads it verbatim, including the problem. That's how they work. Unless you proof it, that'll always slip up like that.
Industry. But before we get into this episode, you'll likely notice that there's no video format. And the reason for that is we've realized that we want to provide more deep insight into the topics and the subjects that we talk about. There will be guests, but we want this to be a little bit more insightful and a little bit more on topic.
And a little bit more robotic and not quite human. Let's take another one here, folks. Here is, so this is the most recent upload, 8 days ago. Now, this one's had 41 views. I'd speculate that most of those came from me and someone else who I was sharing this with. I won't mention their name, but we were laughing at this. For this video 4 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago to have 8 views, and this one 8 days ago to have 41 views. So the math doesn't add up there unless it's me multiply watching it. Take a listen to this.
But where does this leave developers? And how do agencies evolve with this shift? We'll explore all of that and more. We'll
explore all that and more. It's on brand for Jay to do this, for him just to not give a shit about this. He just went, "Oh, we'll do that. Yeah. Didn't you even check it, man? Like you could have. This could have been convincing if you had have just checked it. Just run it. Just watch it, man. It's 8 minutes and 37 seconds. You should have just watched it, Jay."
This shift. We'll explore all of that and more. Agencies evolve with this shift. We'll explore all of that and more.
That's funny. Here's another one from that same upload. This is AI agents and their impact on web coding.
And DevOps pipelines, especially in the coding languages and platforms that we work with. So what's the result? Developers are shifting from writing basic, repetitive...
What's the result? Customers. So what's the result? What about the customers, man? Don't forget the customer. Aren't they important? What about the customer?
So what's the result? Developers are shifting from writing
Wait, I didn't go far back enough.
Especially in the coding languages and platforms that we work with. So what's the result? So what's the result?
No, customers, bad luck. Sorry, customers. We're not looking after you guys. Forget that. That's like a fleeting... By the way, I've used AI quite a lot. I can't imagine...
Are shifting from writing basic, repetitive code.
Sorry, that was just my AI interpretation. I just tried to be AI at that point. I started a point and then just completely... Here's another one.
From ID Digital Agency's approach, we started integrating AI-driven code generation for repetitive tasks. And from the end of 2024 onwards into this year, AI agents can now...
No shit, you did. You started implementing AI for repetitive tasks? This podcast isn't quite one of those repetitive tasks that you probably would want to use the AI for. This is a once a week sort of upload thing. This isn't your business. This is an additional to your business. Hear the pause in that as well?
Scripts based on natural language prompts. From ID Digital Agency's approach, we started integrating AI-driven code generation for repetitive tasks. And from the end of 2024 onwards...
It's just not human, dudes. It's just not human. Here's the last one.
Agents that can not only write code, but also reason through complex problems. Satya Nadella, CEO of...
Now that's an interesting one. So that's a mispronunciation of a person's name. See, how would that have slipped in? How would you have done that, dude? You baffle me, blue shirt guy.
Coding assistants are evolving into full-fledged agents that can not only write code, but also reason through complex problems. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft.
That could be one instance where the AI model has purposely made a mistake because it's an unusual name So to be more human, they incorrectly read it and then correct themselves. Do you think that might be that could be a thing? You know what is a thing though? ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT what it thinks of this. I wonder if you can take a video. If I can share this video with ChatGPT, asking it legitimately, can you tell me if this video is AI generated? Searching the web. Determining whether, so it's not going to link that video, but determining whether a video is AI generated can be challenging, especially without direct information from the video's creator. Well, I've already got information. We know Jay skips corners. We know he jumps we know Jay will do the least amount of work possible. So we've already got that up our sleeve. However, there are several indicators you can look for to assess the likelihood of AI generation. Visual anomalies, well, that doesn't happen because it's just one image. Audio irregularities. If the video includes speech, AI-generated voices might sound slightly robotic or lack natural intonation and emotion. Listen for unnatural pauses, pronunciation errors, or a lack of dynamic range. Bingo, bango. Sync issues. Oh, interesting. Well, there's only one voice, so it's not out of sync. Metadata examination. Review the video's description. See, I reckon he's used AI to generate everything here. In this episode of the Creative and Code podcast, we dive into the evolving world of artificial intelligence with the team at DeepSeek. Not really. You didn't have the team on there. From AI-powered content generation to code automation, we explore how businesses and digital agencies can leverage AI to work smarter, not harder. This is exactly how it would present. In fact, I was going to say let's do our own little test here. Let's ask ChatGPT to generate a YouTube description. Can we ask? Oh, there's a video. It gives you a video. Okay. Can you analyze ID Digital agency? I wonder if this comes up at all. Can you analyze that ID Digital agency for whether AI has been used on their YouTube channel? I won't provide a link, just see what it does. Searching the web. Upon reviewing ID Digital's agency's YouTube channel, there is no explicit indication that AI-generated content has been utilized in their videos. The channel primarily features the Creative and Code podcast, which includes discussions on topics such as AI agents and their impact on web coding. However, these discussions appear to be in a traditional podcast format without evident use of AI-generated visuals or audio. So it's obviously referring to earlier uploads, these ones here. So yeah, there's only been three of these AI-generated ones. So these ones were the ones I was talking about and what it's talking about. For instance, their recent episode titled Season 2, Episode 3, AI Agents and Their Impact on Web Coding focuses on the implications of AI in web development, but does not showcase AI-generated content within their video itself. While the channel engages in conversations about AI tech, there is no clear evidence that AI has been employed. Okay, in that case, could we grab a transcript? Can you download a transcript? Where's the transcript button? I've seen it before. Download, share. By the way, look at that. I am subbed to Creative and Code. This is my personal YouTube channel, and I am subbed to the J-Man. I bought his merch, and I subbed to his channel. Where's the here we go. Transcript's down here, really, isn't it? Yeah, here, show transcript. Okay. Oh, you can't just download the transcript? Huh. I guess I could just copy and paste all that. Oh, shit. I'll copy and paste all that. It might not like all that amount of information though. Can you detect any AI generation in this text block? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, no. That's cool. Okay, there's the whole block there. That's the whole transcript of the video. Let's see. Uh-oh. This text has several characteristics that suggest AI involvement, although it's not conclusive. Here's why. Indicators of AI generation: polished yet generic language. The text follows a structured, well-organized, and highly polished style that lacks the natural irregularities of spontaneous human speech. Repetitive and over-explained phrasing. AI-generated content often over-explains points. For example, phrases like DeepSeek is a wake-up call for the AI industry, whether it remains dominant or not, repeat ideas that could be expressed more succinctly. Interesting. Lack of personalization and unique voice. The writing is professional but somewhat impersonal, resembling AI-generated marketing copy rather than a distinct speaker's style. AI buzzword overload. The content is packed with AI-related terminology and speculative statements. For example, AI models are evolving from simple chatbots to full-blown digital agents in a way that sounds more like AI-generated summary rather than a nuanced human discussion. Disjointed transitions. Now, Jay's king of those. I don't know, this might not be a valid point. Some transitions feel slightly abrupt or unnecessary, for example, but before we jump into that, let's take a moment to share some exciting news from ID Digital Agency, which AI often does when stitching different topics together. Interesting. What suggests human input? Promotional elements. Mentions of ID Digital's agency's work feels intentional, suggesting human written marketing copy. That'd be Jay saying, and make sure you mention this and that with the call to action. So the verdict: the text could be AI assisted or AI generated with human edits. Nah, I just completely disagree. If you knew Jay Boston, you'd also be with me on this. The structured flow, repetition, and polished yet somewhat generic tone suggests AI involvement, possibly through tools like ChatGPT or another AI writing assistant. However, sections about ID Digital Agency's projects indicate human customization. Well, in that case, let's go back to one of these, which we definitely know is AI generated. Let's play this.
Infancy. Fast forward to today, and we're witnessing a revolution. AI agents that can generate complex code structures, automate base level development, and significantly increase productivity for agencies like ours. But where does this leave developers? And how do agencies evolve with this shift? We'll explore all of that. And
okay, so that bit there, let's get the transcript of just that little snap there. Transcript, show transcript. Doesn't it play at the same speed? Doesn't it line up with where you were watching from? Yeah. Okay, so here it is. But where does this leave developers and how do agencies evolve with this shift? We explore all of that. So I want to grab just that part from, but where does this, grab that. Let's pop that in here. Analyze, I'll just say, what about this little blurb, this little piece of this paragraph. Oh, it's got numbers in it. Hold on, it won't. I thought it might not like those numbers, but actually, let's just so that it doesn't mess it up, we'll just turn off the timestamps. but where does this? Yeah, we don't want to confuse the model. How about this one? Okay, this excerpt has several characteristics that suggest AI involvement. AI-like characteristics, repetitive or over-structured wording. The phrase, we explore all of that and more, seems like an AI-generated mistake or an unedited AI output. The repetition of we are is unnatural, of course. Formulate, question, and transition. The structure follows a common AI-generated pattern, which is a broad question and a vague promise, an abrupt topic shift. This is a known AI style, often found in automated summaries and script templates. It's got a lack of a distinct voice. The writing is generic and doesn't have a unique tone or nuance that a human might add. Verdict. This passage is likely AI generated or AI assisted with some minor human intervention or possible editing. Well, I don't think he edited it. He didn't edit that bit out. The repetition error, we explore, is a strong indicator of AI output. Would you like me to analyze more? No, that's fine, thanks. Gotta be polite to your AI model. Yeah. Okay. So what do we learn from this? Well, first of all, there's nothing inherently wrong with using AI. You need to use it in conjunction with yourself. It needs to be an assistant, not a replacement. You can see when people generate music with AI, it's so damn obvious that it's not human. I used a little ChatGPT on a previous That's album. I had a lyric that I was stuck with. Hearts for the heartless, hopes for the hopeless was my line. I was like, that's a good line. Hearts for the heartless, hopes for the hopeless. So hearts are for the heartless and hope is for the hopeless. And I couldn't go past that. I was like, oh, I got an opening line of something here. And I asked ChatGPT to write the next line. And then I asked it to write the next line and the next line. And then I used all of that stuff in a song. So you can certainly use AI, but if you're going to use it for everything, I think two things need to happen. The creator needs to be clear that that's what's going on. You need to have clarity, like you have on Instagram where they post up ads. Like you'll see a hot chick in a bikini, and before you've even known it, you've watched a 30-second ad for coconut oil or something. And now there needs to be this is an ad, right? You're watching an ad. Don't be mistaken. I think that needs to happen with AI. So if someone's going to use AI like in their entirety for their content, that needs to be known. And then maybe just saying, not that these videos are raking in the dollars, but maybe there needs to be a switch in like the YouTube AdSense payouts for channels that are AI generated, because why should an AI model generate the same amount of earnings that a human can generate? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying anything about Jay's earnings. I don't know anything about his channel. All I know is the views are as dismal as mine. And so what I'm saying is, what if he makes this and strikes it good, and suddenly the AI is super compelling and no one knows? Are you telling me he could just press that button and upload every day and then just start cashing in on YouTube? That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem like, well, that's not YouTube then, is it? That's AI tube. So, and I've seen it before. Where did I find this? So I was looking for something in particular. What was it? Just this week. It was something to do with crypto. It wasn't the BitBoy stuff. Was it the Hawk Tui stuff? Was it Hawk Tui? I was looking for something. Yeah. So it was that, yeah. So Hawk Tui did a podcast that somehow got leaked, or she did her Talk Tui show, and then she had that FaZe Banks on to talk about the mishap, and it got leaked, and then it got pulled. And I was searching up for people's reactions. Dude, this doesn't sound like it was it. I can't remember if that was it, but either way, it might not have been that exactly because I ended up finding the actual video, but it might not have been that. But either way, it was something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I found so many channels that just told the news, like told the summary of a CoffeeZilla video. So it must have been the Hoktui thing. It must have been, yeah. Anyway, so he made a video dissecting everything and presenting it as a human, right? And then everybody, like all the essay channels on YouTube, copied it and just uploaded an AI version of it, and dumbed it down. Like basically, they probably just took the transcript and said, "Hey, ChatGPT, rewrite this transcript and make it 8 minutes long maximum, so that you can milk the ads," right? So I feel like that's an indicator, or that's a shame, because it makes YouTube suck, because when you go searching for stuff, as soon as I hear that robot AI voice, unless it's Jay doing it, I just jump out. I just not interested. I can listen. It's funny too, because I can listen to Jay as an AI bot, and even the human Jay makes errors. So it's kind of, on the one sense, it's refreshing to see that those errors are still there. But when you think about it deeper, it's only because he hasn't been asked to delete them and redo it that it's there. You know, it's not like he intended it to be full of errors. He just didn't proofread it, you know? By the way, Jay, if you happen to watch this, I'll extend this out to you, man. If you want to have a discussion about this, I'll definitely get deep in the weeds with you for this. But as long as you're willing to come out on camera, I don't want to chat to AIJ. I'd rather chat to JAY. I was trying to do something with JAI because you can spell J. That'd be Jai. Yeah. So the extend is out there for you. If you want to chat about it, because okay. So I definitely think what you're doing is sketchy, but I think that there's also a way you could do it where it actually works. And I think that will be the discussion. The discussion isn't, are you doing this? It's very clear you're doing this. Like, there's no question you're doing it. So the discussion would more be, how could you do it better? How could you make it work for you? And also do it with a bit of integrity. I know you're not that. I know that's not an integral part of your content, never has been, but maybe now could be the chance. From one lousy creator with a sub count that doesn't reflect the view count to another. What's your view? What are your numbers here, dude? We got the transcript open here. Oh wait, here it is, somewhere here. Here we go, 59,000 subscribers. 59,000 subscribers and 8 views? How? Dude, that's way worse than me. Oh, by the way, I commented on one of these. Here it is. So 6 days ago, I said, come on, man. You're not using video any longer because you're not even there. This is all just AI, right from the writing of the script to the reading of it, and probably the upload and the thumb too. So many glitches. We see you. So I was kind of a little tongue-in-cheek there, but I was like, we got you, Jay. We know what you're doing. You can't wear your blue shirt and get away with this one, man. We got your blue shirt guy. So yeah, if you wanna have a discussion about it, I'm down. I'm down for it. Maybe you could even wear the blue shirt. That'd be a throwback. Either way, it would also be just good to talk to you, because there's a lot going on there with your channel. I'd like to know whether you just privatized or deleted all that content. I don't think you would have deleted those videos. Even if you did delete them from YouTube, you'd still have the original, like, compressed files. But if you deleted them, then you delete all the comments. If you just unlisted them, I reckon you just went through your channel and went, select all, unlist, change the name from J Boston to Digital ID, and then started messing up everybody, because nobody's into this, dude. No, it's probably not too late to put it all back and do this on a different channel. Dude, that's what we should talk about, man. We should have like a creator discussion, like a panel. Maybe we could have a creator cast panel, We could all sit down and talk about what Jay should do. Because this isn't working, man. Like you've just abandoned the 60,000 subs that you had to throw all of this onto them. That's a lame move, man. Like there's nobody here that wants that from your content. They want what they subscribed for. They want they want Jay just telling us how it feels, man. They just want the skateboard reviews and the Rosie the Shark stuff. Couldn't you milk that some more? Isn't there a little more in that jar? You go back down and see Rosie. If you know what, man, I got this, man. I got this for you. This is what you need to do. You need to revert the channel. You need to take these videos off the channel, revert the channel back to Jay Boston Vlogs or whatever it was. It used to be Boston Vlogs. Put it back to whatever the most recent one was. Leave it blank for a little while. Let people sort of go, oh, what's going on here? The banner's changed and it's back to Jay. And then the first thing you do is go back down to Rosie and squeeze that thing for more milk. Even though I said over the years you probably should ease up on that, the only way you could squeeze her some more is if it's for something. I guess I'm being a big fat hypocrite here, aren't I? You can squeeze her some more, but this is the only way you could do it. You couldn't just put the channel back and then suddenly do more Rosie content, but you could bring the channel back and then reintroduce yourself via a Rosie video. It would be a case of, hey, I know I've done this and I've done that, and you guys, nobody responded and the views were lame, and the only person commenting was this dickhead Gives a Minute. Who is he anyway? But I'm going to come back as the guy that you wanted. Or maybe I've got it all wrong. Maybe you changed from Jay Boston to Creative Code because you were Jack of YouTube. Maybe you were fed up with that. And that could be a thing. Maybe you were just like, I'm done with the YouTube content. I'm done with trying to be Casey Neistat. I want to be Jay Boston, which is what we were saying. And not just me, but everybody was saying that for the whole time to you, dude. Don't be Casey Neistat. Be Jay Boston. Nobody. If you want to watch Casey, watch Casey's content, but don't copy it. Do you? But maybe you're sick of that. Maybe you're. I don't know, dude. Maybe you just went, YouTube sucks balls. I'm done. So that. But if you want creative and code to succeed, you have to do it on another channel, dude. You can't. Like, it's not fair to those people that subbed to swap it like that. And the algorithm hates it. You can tell, dude. No one's watching. Like, what are the total views here, man? Nobody's watching any of this, man. 41 views. Let's go back to the channel. Where were we? 27 views, 41 views. Let's go to the most popular video. 6 months ago, 152 views. 152 views, dude. 6 months ago. Come on, dude. Like, that's depressing, man. How do you and then 108 views, 88 views, 80. By the way, look at all the red. I've watched all these dudes. Look at that. I'm your biggest fan, man. How come I haven't watched that one? Oh, that's 1 day ago. I've watched all these. Why are these not red? I swear to you, I've watched all these, man. I've watched all those, but they're not red. But that's weird. That's going to be weird. By the way, man, on another note, I'm just talking to you as if you're here. On another note, you're looking fit. Did you flatten the curve? Because you are looking, whatever you're doing dietarily, you're looking good. You're looking old, aren't we all? But you're definitely looking, whatever it is you're doing with that side of the things, keep doing it. But whatever you're trying to do with this, stop doing it. Stop doing this creative and code. Start again, man. Fresh channel. You could even start again with the same name channel, right? You could bring back the Jay Boston channel, like I said, and you could create a new channel called Creative and Code Podcast by ID Digital Agency. 0 subs, start from scratch, upload that content. That's... I'd like you to do that. But then again, I wouldn't know you did it. If you do that, let me know, or let someone know. Oh, put it out in your business email, which I'm somehow still sub to over these years. I still get your monthly report email. So yeah, this live stream here, it's been done with jest, but also with a little bit of love, because there was a YouTube time when both me and you and the other members of CreatorCast genuinely were concerned about each other's channel, right? We went down an avenue where we would genuinely, by the way, that's why we started CreatorCast, right? To boost everyone's individual channel by bringing all together and helping each other. So there was a point in history where we all concerned ourselves with what each other did. And I guess that's kind of what I'm doing now, even though it's been how many years and nobody talks to each other or whatever. But I'm seeing it from I'm going to use the word fan. I'm seeing it from a fan's perspective, and I'm seeing it from someone who used to know you. And if you did this, but by the way, that's why you hated me. Fuck, back up a bit. That's what I was doing with you with the Rosie stuff, but you hated it. You didn't want to hear it. So why would you want to hear this? Forget everything I just said. I know you don't give a shit, but forget everything I just said, because that's, yeah. I'm just okay, I'll just keep my opinions to myself. Yeah, I'll just keep to myself. I'll leave it at that. AI for the win. AI. Catch you all later. Jesus.